Okay, so there's no way up, only through. Let's go ahead and prep. I only wish the stone skin spell lasted a little bit longer. 30 seconds is pretty short. I mean, in a fight, it's fine. But, like, if I wanted to prep it... am I hearing footsteps? Oh, I'm definitely hearing footsteps. What the frick is that? Oh, Jesus, what the frick is this? Yeah, I think once we build up our endurance, so I'm going to have to figure out the balance when it comes to spirituality, endurance. Because we're going to need a lot of endurance for more stamina. Right now, we're pretty low on that, so it's going to be kind of hard to use that two-handed effectively. But coming after these high-level enemies is pretty nice for some good experience. Kind of just power that up. Because what's my, status? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my one-handed is just crack compared to it. And my blocking, Jesus, my blocking is garbage. Hang on. Let me look. So if we go into skill trees here. So we can start doing like, but I don't really want to do that. We would probably want to go into critical hits a little bit. Probably attack speed as well. Yeah, and probably some stamina points too. So that's taking a lot of points there. Yeah, this is going to be helpful. Obviously, this stuff is going to be helpful. Yeah, so if we're doing the swap, like, we got to really invest into it. Obviously, there's a ton of damage here. We get a bunch of lifesteal there. That helps out with the weapon. Yeah, see, like, all of this stuff, this tree is much more needed than the stuff over here. I haven't really liked a lot of this stuff. And so the only thing I have points in is the added damage with one-handed weapons. In general, obviously, I already have the added melee damage, so that could stay. Last Stand, we could get rid of. That would be fine. I mean, obviously, it's good, but we could get rid of it. Unstoppable Rage is actually great with the weapon we have. Furious Assault we would also want. We definitely would not want Carnage. Shields we don't want. We want more stuff in stamina. Want stuff like determination. See, this is the problem. So if we start taking stuff out of here, then we're like really off the magic train. But we could start making more money, try to buy a house. Endurance increases your melee damage. Huh. And endurance increases your encumbrance limit, which I've been a very big fan of. All right, I'm gonna have to do some theory crafting here. Because the other thing too that I have to think about is, do we have any other two-handed weapons that would be good for us? Right? Clearly we have this weapon that I really like. But do I have another one that would maybe add some more utility to the overall kit? I know we have armor that works with this this whole bleed mechanic. Right? Because was it... I don't think it was Galahad's armor, but we definitely got armor. Obviously, we got the duelist guy's armor. Right? The one that we just fought today. Obviously, we have his armor. That seemed really great for this like two-handed type of build. Or not this two-handed type of build, right? But if we were to build into a two-handed like offhand caster type deal, we have that. But I'm pretty sure we have another armor set that's like, if you're under 30% 30% health, do this. And so if we're doing that, then we'd also want to get as much health as possible. And if we want as much defense as possible, then, you know, we're now in line to start taking more armor. So there's a lot of things I got to play with. See what we can do with the points that I have available to me. The thing is, like, once I start getting my two-handed points up, I'm also going to have access to more levels. And more levels means more points. And more points means that I can, you know, get some more necessary perks. So that's why I got to go through and I got to plan everything out. Like, how many points do I have? What can I do with them? Oh, hey. You look like a friendly.
Ah, you're not one of the rats scurrying about this place. Truth be told, you don't seem to belong here at all. Perhaps you shouldn't be here, eh? But in the grand scheme of things, it's none of my concern. Do you need something?
You look like you have Red Death. Who are you?
Name's Gatto. Once upon a time, I used to be a rat catcher at the court of King Sagramore. Later, fate led me to catching rats here, outside the cold walls of Sagramore's castle.
What can you tell me about King Sagramore?
A king is a king. He bears the flaws inherent to any ruler, as if the crown itself bestows similar faults upon each bearer. But there's little to say about Sagramore. It's the queen, his wife, who is the true delight.
It's always the
She's
wife.
scheming, spiteful, and beautiful.
It's always
The ideal woman. Trust me, I've met King Sagramore on many occasions. He doesn't make much of a grand impression, and he used to have quite the short temper.
Can you tell me something about this place?
There's not much around here. The most important places are my shop and Sagramore's court, just over there.
Hopefully I have stuff I can buy. I don't have that much money on me.
You might also run into the Shroom Knight.
Shrooms! Who's that?
The Queen's personal lapdog.
Well, that's probably the
Though
boss
he's
of the
a
area.
knight, he's a rat of the lowest order. I can't make heads or tails of him. No idea what he needs.
He got that rat in him.
If you want, go ahead and talk to him.
Oh, yo, we're gonna have to fight the rat. What are you doing here?
Waiting for a customer. Are you interested?
I don't know. Show me what you got. Oh, attack during a dash deals 30 extra damage, but missing attack drains a significant amount of damage. Oh, that's not as good as I thought. I figured that was going to be more for, like, inflicts poison. Yep, gimme. On hit has a 20% chance to apply haste to increase movement speed. Okay, I'll buy it because I don't want to come back down here. God damn it. Why you gotta sell that so expensively? Frick. Well, I mean, there's nothing I can do. There's no way I can sell enough stuff to buy it. Yeah, even selling, well, even selling almost expensive, like,
Come back.
just gonna end that thought right there. Just gonna end that thought right there. Oh boy, that was English that I couldn't get out my mouth. Nice. There's one of those level ups we were talking. Okay, he's down here. There's one of those level ups we were talking about. Actually, I'll just take that. What the frick? Oh. Wait a second. I'm testing something here for a second. That's what's doing it. Okay, I do need a new keyboard. Okay, so I was wondering why I couldn't move forward here, and I was thinking for a second maybe it's just the road, maybe I'm stuck here, because it's been happening before when I was playing, especially with dodging, where I would like go backwards, hit dodge, and it would automatically dodge me forward as well. My W key is getting stuck. Like, you know how you have like your button. Well, you know how you have your button. Like, I have a very, very low profile keyboard, right? So the keys are actually getting stuck under this plastic layer. That's what's doing it. It feels like the, I don't know what you would call it, but there's like a level underneath the key itself that is wigging out on the bottom right-hand corner. Okay, I mean, if you're not gonna attack me, that's fine. That's your prerogative. Okay, I was on the fence about buying a new keyboard anyway. Not that I really want to spend the money for it, but I think it's just time. I think it's time I get a nicer keyboard. I've just been on this, like, Logitech, what is it, just the Logitech wireless for so long. Yeah, what am I missing about this sword? Why does it take so long to start draining my health? I feel like I'm missing some kind of effect that's like, it's probably staring me in the face. What is this?
Greetings to you, strange soul. You carry a light that doesn't belong to
I guess this is your head?
realm. You're not from here, are you? I fear, then, that you won't be able to grant me absolution, at least not yet.
What have you done that requires absolution?
Only a pure soul can bear the sins of another. My soul was once like that. I thought it would be enough to... I don't know what I thought. I've been here for so long.
So you took on someone else's sins?
Not just anyone's. I took upon myself the sins of my queen. I had no choice. I swore an oath of loyalty. But if I had known the weight of the queen's misdeeds, sometimes I wonder if this is my punishment. A punishment for consorting with someone so corrupt.
Is there any way to help you?
I don't know. I sought meaning in the All-Mother, pondered the truths of the Red Priests. I searched for a merciful God, but all was silent. Then I came here, for Sagramore, soon to be king, was about to ascend to the pantheon of demigods, and beside him stood the queen, as radiant as dawn, gentle as the light of spring. I swore to serve them until the end of time, yet she desired a true kingdom, regardless of the means.
What happened next?
Next, there was the descent into the depths where we now find ourselves. This came to pass at the Queen's behest. How twisted and corrupted must one's soul be to desire something so dreadful, to rule alone over the world of shadows. I was stupid.
So I'm looking for a druidic tablet. I heard it could be found in this fortress.
Scroll. Indeed. I recall seeing druidic sages arriving at the court long ago. I also witnessed powerful acts of magic. Surely the court custodian might know more. But you must forgive me. I cannot provide you with a more specific answer.
Tell me more about this kingdom.
Apparently, this is what the world looks like without gods. Everything that was meant to be born here was supposed to fulfill a beautiful mission. Instead, it became an endless wandering in the abyss. Sagramore took a wife, a woman whose power no one was aware of, much like her true intentions. And here it is, the kingdom deep in the abyss, with its abysmal king and queen.
You're covered in mushrooms. What's your affliction?
That. It may be my only solace in this vale of tears. The fungus helps me keep my senses, attuning me to the rhythm of this forsaken kingdom, making me somehow understand. I feel the footsteps of the souls wandering about. I feel their ever unfulfilled needs and desires. The fungus conveys this to me quite clearly.
Hey, Jake. How you doing? Gonna be game with the wife? What's your game of choice? What's your game of choice with wifey? But hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by. The fungus communicates with you?
Yes. And in a way, I accept the workings of this wretched place. I feel as though I am a part of it. It gives me some sense of belonging. And perhaps there is another future for this realm. Perhaps if we are all connected here, forming one single organism, it might lighten our burden? Who knows?
Diablo 3, alright.
Light guide you.
Never delved into, Dude, my outfit is so weird. Path of Exile 2 was my first foray into the ARPG genre, but that game had me hooked for a while. But that's cool. Dude, these sound settings are bugging the crap out of me, man. I wish I knew what this video volume was. But that's cool. Have a good time, man. I mean, you got the big TV. Oh, actually, do you split it? Or do you... I mean, if you're not splitting it, I'm assuming wifey's getting the TV. Oh, this is where I came from. Right. So, if I'm exploring, that's probably continuing on. So, let's go this way. Oh. That's strange. There you go. Stand your ground. Oh, new shield. Baylor's Bulwark. Alright, let's see how good this is. We're not really doing the shield thing, but each block hit charges the shield. After gaining 10 charges, increases physical damage by 100% for 10 seconds. That's actually pretty good. That is pretty good. Dude, man. Literally, like, these last, like, 2 hours have made me rethink what I want to play. Yeah, for sure, Jake. For sure. But go have some fun. Enjoy your evening. And if I see you again, I'll see you again. Yeah, okay. These things that are hitting. Is this sound effects? No, like that must be music. I'm just curious. If I just turn this off, do I still hear that? Okay, so that's definitely the music. I think this game just has... Yeah, okay, that's definitely music. Just think it kind of has poor audio balancing. And I understand that I'm the one who's balancing the audio right now, but like there's definitely a bunch of points here that need to be tuned. Right? Like it's not so much that like you know, it's not so much, for example, that like the voiceover audio is misbalanced from the music audio. Like that I can control. But if I have the music set to 60% and then, you know, I have it set perfectly in here and then I go outside of here and all of a sudden it's way too quiet everywhere else, that's the balancing that I'm having trouble with. So like when we were just outside in the previous area, it was way too quiet. So I turned it up and now I'm in here and it's way too loud. Oh, right. It's this dude underneath here. Oh, I was like, I hear footsteps. I don't really want to fight anything that big. Reminds me a little bit of Expedition 33. Alright, well, let's go ahead and buff up. Oh my god, dude, he just doesn't stop summoning. Alright, well, this is definitely not the time to try and train my two-handed, you know? Actually, what this is time for is to potion up. So let's go, let's pop a lifesteal. Let's pop movement speed. Okay, so we're gonna go last stand, and then where are my coatings? There we go. Bleeder Rogue. Immune to bleeds. Fantastic. I guess I probably should have considered that, considering he's a skeleton. Since I have infinite stamina, I might as well just do it with a two-hander. Yeah, get a bunch of XP there. Okay, now I can summon a Skeleton Knight. Oh yeah, probably shouldn't have that weapon out. And I'm assuming, yeah, that I can't do that in here. Something tells me that he is friendly.
Ah, a new guest in our court. Welcome, stranger, to the humble halls of King Sagramor's castle. Are you here to seek an audience with the king and queen? Many are eager to see them, though most are the old regulars. I'm sure their highnesses will be pleased to see a new face. We haven't had many guests of late.
Who are you?
Oh, no need to trouble yourself with me, my lady. I am but a simple custodian, a lowly servant of our gracious majesties. Though, if I had performed my duties better, perhaps there wouldn't be so much constant dying.
You mentioned constant dying. What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's no big deal. We live here in perpetual suspension. Time can't touch us, and it's all thanks to the Queen and her sisters, who decided that would be best for everyone. Well, as long as you don't sin against their majesties, then you might share my fate. Or that of Sir Stygander, who you may have encountered on your way to the castle.
What was Sir Stigurd guilty of?
Loyalty, of course. Sir Stigurd swore to our queen that he would remain faithfully by her side, and that he would take every sin of hers upon his shoulders. That was a very unfortunate pledge, as it later turned out. Now our brave and loyal Sir Stigurd is atoning for sins that aren't his. But breaking his vows would be a sin in itself, requiring even more atonement. It's a no-win situation. But such is our fate.
What did you do to deserve punishment?
Well, I wanted to feel the softness of the royal bed. Yeah, no, don't look at me like that. It's not what you think. The Queen's honor is intact. At least where I'm concerned. But I happened to be in the chamber when King Sagramore appeared. He wasn't alone, and his companion wasn't
the old
Queen.
king cheating on the queen.
The harpist's sisters. But shush. The king didn't notice me, but the Queen caught on to my unease. She tried to force me to confess what I had seen. I think she suspected it involved one of the king's indiscretions. In the end, I was the one who paid for his sin.
Naturally.
Oh well, it's the lot of servants to bear the burden of their lord's transgressions.
Will the king and queen grant me an audience?
Oh, I'm sure they will. But you might have to wait a bit. The king's schedule is completely full for the
Yes. It does seem quite
And
busy in here.
Before you ask, no, there's no way to speed it up. King Sagramore is very particular about treating all his subjects equally. Unless you're aiming to become the court jester, there's not much I can do to help. Though, now that I think about it, perhaps if the Queen's sisters put in a good word for you, you might just get to the front of the line.
Where can I find the queen's sisters?
I'm glad you asked, my lady. All you need to do is kill me, and the keys to the sisters' chambers will reveal themselves to you.
That's easy.
Exactly. For a brave adventurer like you, it should be no trouble at all. Go ahead. I won't fight back.
There's a lot of this going on. Nice. Alright, let's track it. Oh, I just got a whole bunch of new updates, actually. Ah! Well, frick you too, man. Let me suck your soul out. Best put my ward up. I wonder if there's any armor that regenerates health over time that would cancel out the life loss of this sword. Yeah, see, I'm definitely blocking right now way more than I'm actually parrying. Seems to be broken. I'm assuming that's their chambers. Or not their chambers, but where I go to, you know. Huh, I wonder if I can actually go down there. Hey! Hey, cut it out. Oh, you know what? The other thing to think about, too, is what relics I can put in. Because I think I'm... Oh, do I have a relic for lifesteal? Because, like, obviously that would help. Okay, is there anyone else going to sneak attack me from the back while I raid these quarters? Actually has very good animation canceling. I will give it that. Which is something that, you know, it was something that I had a little bit... Ooh, killing a weapon with an enemy... What is that? Killing an enemy with a weapon enhanced with this relic increases mana regeneration... Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have been better for the sword that I was using right now. Yeah, that was something that I didn't really like about Oblivion Remastered, was the fact that the weapons felt so slow. And I have noticed that they do feel a lot better in this, the two-handed weapons specifically, do feel quite a bit better. You know, regardless of my initial thoughts about the parry system. The fact that I can just kind of quickly switch over to a parry is pretty smooth, you know? I'm not really locked in or anything. This ward, though, is weird, because I definitely got hit, but I still have the ward on. So there has been some small inconsistencies. Pretty sure this just opens up... Yeah, that just opens up to the main hallway. We like this. More levels equals more skill points, which we desperately want. Lock seems to be broken. Okay, so that leads us to the final door. No, that seems to be broken too. So then where do I go? I guess there wasn't anything down here? That seems a little odd. Oh, maybe I just go up then. Oh, brother. Oh, wait. That's why it hasn't been going off? I can only have one of these active at a time? Are you serious? I don't like that at all. Really? And other thing I just realized, why is my mana down again? Like what's causing my mana and my health to fluctuate? Because I haven't put on any other gear. My gear is still all the same. Okay, so that's just general increased melee damage. That wouldn't affect it. That wouldn't affect it. Nothing there. Yeah, so I think I need to get that up. Bows is a crazy big skill tree. And then practicality. Huh. So I'm missing something. I'm not sure. Could it have to do with my buff? Okay, so it has to do with my buff. Does the buff literally say something that I'm just, like, completely overlooking? Why does this buff give me more mana? Okay, I don't understand what's going on here with this spell. Unless it's doing something, like... Could it just be that the spell is just written wrong? Well, either way, it does suck a little bit that I can only have one of these active at a time. That's a little bit of a bummer. I don't understand why I can only have one. Maybe it's only one shield, but we haven't really got a lot of buffs. Like a buff, you know, we haven't gotten a lot of buffing spells. You know, if they were buffs for, like, better attack speed, better damage, like, that would be pretty cool. So, you know, it might be coming down the road, because obviously the buffs that we've gotten so far, I've gotten in Act 2. So I might just have to wait for them. And yes, I'm robbing all of these people's food. Yeah, I've seen that before. That was in the sisters, the Harp Sisters tomb. New sword. New sword. It's a two-hander too. Attacks apply massive poison buildup. So potentially, that could be a potential decent, you know, second slot weapon. Depending, I haven't played around with poison a lot, so, like, depending on how long it takes to go away, which I don't know how I would test that. I would need some, I need to find some stronger enemies, because otherwise I'm just, like, gonna one-shot a bunch of stuff. Then see how long it takes to fall off, because, like, if I'm going up against a boss, for example, right? I could potentially see swapping over to that, inflicting the poison, and then depending on how long, like I don't think, I'm pretty sure it's not like Bleed, where you can't stack poison. Right? So if that's the case... Use the key Claire's Tower. Okay, we don't want to go there yet.